Long before European settlers rolled in, this stunning spot where the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers meet was a vital hub and meeting grounds for Native American tribes like the Shawnee, Tuscarora, and Susquehannock. These rivers weren't just water, they were ancient highways for trade and life. For centuries, these Native Americans cultivated the land, growing the legendary Three Sisters, corn, beans, and squash. They fished these waters and held this powerful confluence as sacred ground. Fast forward to 1747 when Robert Harper arrives and sees potential based on the location's significance because of the rivers and starts a ferry company, giving the legendary town its name. By 1763, Harpers Ferry was officially on the map, a quiet little outpost about to get a lot louder. After a couple decades passed, Harpers Ferry was beginning to grow and gain attention by some pretty prominent people. In 1799, President George Washington visited and picked the fledgling town for a U.S. armory. By 1801, the armory was churning out muskets at a rate that would make Preston Garvey's head spin. And get this, they were using interchangeable parts, a revolutionary innovation that fueled the young nation's growth and had a profound impact on American and global industrial revolutions. Canals and factories followed, and Harpers Ferry was booming. But in 1859, the quiet was shattered. Radical abolitionist John Brown, with a band of followers, black and white, freed and enslaved, stormed the armory. Brown's desperate and bold gamble to ignite a slave rebellion sent shockwaves through the nation. They seized the armory, took hostages, but were soon surrounded. U.S. Marines, led by then Colonel Robert E. Lee, ended the raid at the engine house. Brown was captured and later hanged, becoming a martyr to some and a terrorist to others. But his actions ripped open the national wound of slavery and lit the fuse for the Civil War. John Brown's raid brought the urgency of social change and the scourge of slavery to the forefront of the American conversation, and put in motion the events that would eventually bring an end to slavery and change the course of U.S. history forever. While his methods remain controversial, John Brown's unwavering commitment to the abolishment of slavery and his willingness to sacrifice his life for the cause are seen by many as acts of profound heroism in the fight for human equality in America. During the Civil War, Harpers Ferry was a strategic prize, changing hands a staggering 8 times. In 1862, Confederate General Stonewall Jackson pulled off the largest Union surrender of the entire war right here in Harpers Ferry, capturing a massive 12,500 Union troops. This town was in the thick of it. After the smoke of the Civil War cleared, the armory was gone, but the spirit of Harpers Ferry wasn't broken. In 1867, Storer College rose from the ashes, a beacon of hope and education for newly freed African Americans right here in this town, so central to the fight against slavery. A place of learning and opportunity blossomed. Booker T. Washington himself even spoke here. And most importantly, in 1906, civil rights leaders gathered here for the Niagara Movement, a crucial step toward the formation of the NAACP. The 1930s brought tough times. The Depression hit hard, and a massive flood in 1936 nearly wiped the town off the map. But Harpers Ferry once again proved its resilience. People rallied together, and in 1944, the fight to preserve this town's incredible and crucial history began. By 1963, Harpers Ferry National Historical Park was made official. The whole town became a living, breathing time capsule. Today, Harpers Ferry is a crossroads once again. It's the psychological halfway point of the Appalachian Trail, a magnet for hikers, ghost hunters, and U.S. history buffs. You can explore battlefields, wander through historic buildings, and soak in these breathtaking views. The shops are packed with treasures and local cuisine. Don't even get me started on the pepperoni rolls. And for us Fallout fans, seeing this place like Helvetia and Grafton so faithfully preserved, it's like stepping right into the game, which you'll get to see in a moment. Harpers Ferry is home to the Appalachian Trail Conservancy, making it a fantastic stop while hiking the world's largest and most breathtaking trail, which spans some 2,000 miles and runs between 14 states. Harpers Ferry is a true American treasure, a place where history echoes around every corner. Whether you're a freedom fighter at heart, a future Appalachian Trail legend, or just passing through, this town has a story that'll grab you. So here we are in the center of town between the upper and lower streets, which all us wastelanders recognize when you're running from one end of town to the other to reactivate those satellite dishes for our buddy Modus. What do you say we head in there and explore what else we can discover? Come on, let's check it out. Ready to help out Modus, Coyote? I'm sure he'll give you a treat or something.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Are you here for the Scout Tour?
Scout Tour?
Yes, I mean, we've been advertising everywhere. Scout Tour, Harpers Ferry.
I was just doing my travel show and I came through and...
Well, I mean, I've been waiting for, feels like 50 years for someone to show up.
Oh, well, here I am. I mean, if you want to lead a tour, that would be swell.
The reason I was confused, you're out of uniform for one thing.
Oh, well, I thought it was going to be cold, so...
What is this?
The Enclave sponsors my troop, so...
I don't know if that's actually approved by the National Council, but we'll have to see. All right, well, since it's just you, it's going to be just the three of us today. So, have you been to Harpers Ferry before?
Nope, this is my first time.
It is the jewel of the Commonwealth. It is the place where the Shenandoah and the Potomac rivers meet. It's really the start of the mountains. It's been famous ever since Thomas Jefferson was president. He once said that coming here to see where the Shenandoah and the Potomac rivers meet is the reason to come to America. So how about we go see it as well?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Well, Coyote's ready to go. Oh, by the way, I'm Chip Monk.
Hi, Daniel Valentine. Oh, we should do the officials.
All right, there you go.
Yes.
Hey, ever upwards.
Ever upwards.
Let's do this.
All right.
So Mr. Valentine is a super knowledgeable fellow wasteland traveler and awesome Fallout community member who travels all over the East exploring game locations. He's done lots of awesome TikTok videos of his adventures. Today he was gracious enough to take me on a tour of Harpers Ferry, which is one of his favorite places.
But this is where you cut through with the super mutants and the scorched. Right back there is where they've walled off the entire town. Yeah. And right up here, one of my personal favorites, the stairway up to the church.
It is exact. Can we get up there?
Oh yes, it's a open church. They do services on Sunday. They do look at you a little weird if you're wearing a vault suit, I found, but when you're a little more dressed down, things are okay.
Okay, awesome. Let's check it out.
Awesome. Well, right up here. Careful. It is a heartbreaker.
Okay. So, folks, you can see the detail of these stairs exactly as it appears in game. You got the rock face, the stairs going up to where the church is, and this, and even small details. If you look right down there in that fenced-in wall, there is one of those air conditioning units. So everything is exactly in game. Go back to me. And everything is exactly as it appears. They really did some detail work here. So let's continue on and explore some more.
About halfway up your climb on these rock stairs, you'll spot the most recognizable structure in Harpers Ferry, both in the real world and in the game, St. Peter's Chapel. It was built in 1833 and was the only church in Harpers Ferry that escaped destruction during the Civil War. The church holds services every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Come on, let's get a closer look. So once I finally made it to the top of the stairs, I had a spectacular view of the iconic Chapel of St. Peter. And as you can see, it's exactly as it appears in the game, as are the surrounding streets and buildings we know so well, especially from participating in the Drop Connection event. Now if you come over here, you can see the back of the upper street. Man, just look how that matches the in-game location. Just awesome. But check out this view, folks. Just stepping a few feet away, you are treated to a spectacular view of the lower part of the town and are once again immersed with in-game views. Can't you just picture yourself jumping from roof to roof, desperately trying to get those satellite beacons up and running? And look at that, a train heading into the tunnel. We'll see more of that in a little bit. But as you can see, this is a wonderful in-game spot, and the matches are as accurate as can be. So here we are in the front patio of St. Peter's Chapel. This is the very spot where one of those satellite beacons is situated, and as you can see, it's exactly as it appears in game, with the houses and various historical buildings below. And let me tell you, this is one awesome spot to get some of the best views of Harpers Ferry. It's an absolutely beautiful church and an unmatched vantage point for getting a bird's eye view of the town. Continuing on with the tour, Mr. Valentine showed me a great vantage point of the lower street right before we went into town to grab some awesome pepperoni rolls at Isabella's Pizza. Oh, were they good! But from here, you'll surely recognize the street from the game. The layout and the buildings are perfectly matched. We saw the various spots where you jump from one building to another to get from the upper part of the town to the lower part. Fortunately for us, you can simply take the convenient sidewalks and stairs to do that in the real world. It's safer and certainly preferred, and trust me, when you stop to have lunch, you won't have to worry about any scorched or super mutants crashing your party. From there, we traveled to Jefferson Rock, the highest point in Harpers Ferry and the spot for the best photo opportunities. And who knew I'd get a great geography lesson at the same time?
So that's the Shenandoah down there?
That is the Shenandoah River. That is one of the two rivers that flows through Harpers Ferry. Over on the other side is the Potomac River, the Shenandoah River right here. Right over on this side of the river is Virginia. Right here we're in West Virginia, and right down there on the other side of that bridge we are in Maryland. Wow. So this is where all the three states come together.
And so it's like within a mile radius we have the three states?
Yes, absolutely. And we're standing right here on the high point of Jefferson Rock, which is named for President Thomas Jefferson, who loved Harpers Ferry. He said it was one of his favorite places in the New World.
Well, I can imagine why. And the view from up here is just spectacular. So, folks, when you're visiting Harpers Ferry, be sure to come, after you pass the church, come up the rest of the stairs. It's a little bit of a hike, but once you get here, you'll get the best view. And it's Jefferson Rock. Definitely visit it. It is awesome.
A little later, we reached the ruins of the summit, but didn't have enough time to tour them or the historical battlefield. We'll save that for another visit.
You're actually walking on the Appalachian Trail right now. It goes straight through Harpers Ferry. It is the Appalachian Trail that runs from Alabama all the way up to Maine. And we are actually right here. Harpers Ferry is the exact midpoint, both spiritually and physically, of the Appalachian Trail.
That is absolutely fascinating. So folks, when you're visiting and you're going to explore and go up to Jefferson Rock, you will walk on the Appalachian Trail, and as I said, we're at the midpoint. So what an amazing thing is that, because talk about trails, that's the most famous trail certainly in the US and possibly the world. So to be on it right here, that's quite a thing. So, all right, well, let's continue on that. Thank you. This is
Absolutely
amazing. So folks, this is a spot that's not actually, the spot's in the game, but this monument isn't. This is the John Brown Monument. So when you come and visit Harpers Ferry, definitely come and pay attention to the monument, learn the history. Some significant history took place here, Civil War history. And this is a great place to see this monument, to see the town behind it, and to understand the events that happened here, which we'll cover in the historical section. But from this spot, great view of Harpers Ferry, and you can learn some history at the same time. So folks, going around, as you can see, there's these little alleyways that have all these stairs going up and up and up, and then the one up there. It's exactly as it appears at Drop Connection. So when you're running around trying to start those beacons, this is definitely the inspiration for it. So pretty cool, guys. So this is the train yard, right?
Yeah, this is the train yard. This is where you fast travel in and start running towards the city.
Wow.
Now, I mean, you can definitely see the tunnel right down there.
Yeah.
That is a fully functional freight train tunnel. That is still how trains get between Maryland and West Virginia all day long.
Wow. And now, in the game, this is where all those cars are that you can climb over to get into the city?
This is where all the train has sort of come derailed and is just mangled all over the parking lot area, and you just jump from track to track, and you avoid the super mutants and the scorched.
Awesome. And now, isn't this also where you can get a possum badge for blowing the train horn?
Yes, if we could find a fully functional engine, we could ring the bell.
Oh. All right, well, maybe if we wait for one, that would be awesome.
Let's see. I don't know. The trains are a little behind at the moment.
All right, well, we can at least go into the town then and keep exploring.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, come on.
After a little train spotting, we headed down to one of the most popular spots, the observation decks overlooking the rivers. You can see where the Shenandoah and the Potomac rivers meet and stand in the very spot where Robert Harper started his ferry business some 278 years ago.
This is my favorite place. This is the confluence of the two rivers at Harpers Ferry. Right here, this brown river right here is the Potomac River. It's been winding all the way through the mountains from West Virginia. Right here is the Shenandoah River. It's been winding all the way through the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. And they meet right here and become the greater Potomac River, which flows all the way to Washington, D.C. if you want to go and see that.
Well, probably not today, but so Shenandoah, huh?
Yeah.
Do you know the song?
Oh, Shenandoah. Oh, but fun fact, Thomas Jefferson, when he was president, he would write his friends back in France and he would tell them, coming to see this view alone is worth the price of a trip to America.
Wow. Well, I think he's got it right, because that is quite an impressive view. And I love rivers, and this is just spectacular. Harpers Ferry is a beautiful place.
This is where the Majesty starts in the U.S.
Yes, for sure. Now that's the tunnel, the train tunnel?
That right there is the Harpers Ferry train tunnel. You would know that it is full of ghouls in the game, but it is right here and open to trains all year long now. This is still a functional train tunnel, and freight trains roll through there 24 hours a day.
Okay, so no ghouls.
No ghouls, but don't get on those tracks.
All right, well, can we go check it out?
Let's go check it out.
All right.
Now, of course, we followed the safety rules and stayed off the tracks. There is a pedestrian walkway to cross the bridge, but I don't think Coyote would have done well with trains rumbling by, so we opted to view it from the observation area. But as you can see, the tunnel and the area below it is faithfully represented in the game. It's another wonderful example of the fantastic detail work the game designers did such an amazing job with. Well, it was getting to be late afternoon, so it was time to head back.
So yeah, and we are back where we started, right here on the other side of the Armory building, where you fast travel in when Drop Connection starts. Also, just if you're looking for a black powder weapon in the game, this is your place.
Yes. And it is, as you can see, I mean, as we know, it is exact in game. I mean, the structure, the windows, everything, it's a perfect in-game match again. Harpers Ferry is just an incredible town, and just looking from here.
And our final stop wasn't just an exact in-game match. It's probably the most historic and significant building in the park. The old Armory engine house where John Brown staged his raid and changed the course of American history. Like visiting Gettysburg or Independence Hall, it's one of those places that has such a profound impact on us as Americans. Like all of Harpers Ferry National Park, it's inspiring, breathtaking, and most certainly humbling. This park is simply remarkable. But Mr. Valentine's tour had come to an end, and it was time to part ways.
See you in the wasteland.
And if you ever need to see my adventures, I'm on the TikToks as Daniel Valentine 76.
Daniel Valentine 76 TikTok videos, shot some today. They are awesome. So, have a great day.
Take care.
Bye. Ever upwards.
Harpers Ferry is a place you can visit over and over again and have a different experience every time. From its rich and impactful history to its natural splendor, Harpers Ferry is a place that will stay with you forever.